we want the session to be in English. So for this session, we want you to say something about, as an introduction to the mind of cells. Ground cells. On to it.
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः mind of the cells, that is virtually the blueprint of mother's sadhana of cellular transformation. Cellular preparedness for the de novo process of psychicization of the inner geometry of human body. It is a preface to the new medical science. It is a preface to the new biology. And it is a preface to the new activization of human consciousness over and above mind. The original divinity cabined in the human body is to be identified at its micro level. At macro level, we can see the birth of human body, we can see the growth of human body, and we can see the decay of human body. The deterioration of human body's pattern or inner healthy geometry. Up till now, medical science and anatomy, physiology related to hygiene, health, longevity, and far-fetched ideal up till now entertained by all Rishis, Tirthankars, scientists, Maharshis, Tapasvis, and par excellent scholars of the world, who were the virtual scientists of immortality. They were in search of immortality. The eternal ideal of humanity since its beginning till today is true, genuine and scientific realization of immortality in human body. And it is the search for immortality where lies the master solution to death. Satprem, while taking dictation direct from mother's mouth, thoroughly after 52 till 73, recorded mother's thoughts, mother's experiences, mother's inferences, mother's hypothesis, and mother's experimentation of cellular management with the help of psychic applicability to human cell in order to awaken human cells, similarly to our mind in human body. As awakened mind is a window of knowledge. Awakened mind is a screen where we can receive all intimations, impressions, waves, frequencies, wavelengths, and certain engrams of Prakriti around us through our mind, and that becomes our knowledge, self-enrichment, self-understanding, and everything. Continuous experience as such since so many human births up till now has become the inevitability of the functioning of mind as such, and it generated, rightly or wrongly, one impression, and that is the impression of inevitability of mind. An inevitability to that level that normally people more scholastic, more claimants of genius, high-ranking intellect, take it for granted that mind is the replica of psychic, mind is the replica of soul, mind is soul, and soul is mind. There is no any other center in our body excepting the very active center of mind. Mind is everything. Mind is the instrument with which we can unfold the mysteries around us and unfold the mysteries within us. So that is the only means, most powerful means available to a human being. And for the first time ever in the history of existence, with the patronization of mother, whose human body has become, after the physical departure of Sri Aurobindo, the divine laboratory, where divine himself is conducting experiment to search out the real root cause of immortality. Where lies immortality in our human body? Or where can we start experiencing longevity in the beginning and immortality as our ultimate goal? What up till now Rishi Munis, Tirthankars, all divine representatives, incarnations, vibhutis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita could not find it out, has been in the light of Sri Aurobindo's supramental descent and on the strength of the mind of light being transmitted to Mother by Sri Aurobindo on 5th of December 1950. Mother realized the anatomy of her human body to be the virtual laboratory in search of immortality. Where there is death, there is immortality. If death is conquered, immortality will be reciprocated. If death is rooted out, the right and relevant replacement of death will be immortality. So what are the qualities? What are the apprehensions? What are the fears? What are the drawbacks? What are the limitations? And what are the compulsions of death? They are to be traced out, and Mother traced them out after 52. And the volumes of agenda clearly stand witness to this research. So this is the research for new human body. This is the research for new velocity, and this is the research of new internal management of the human stuff that has been given to us. The human portion that has been given to human being has to grow into divinity. There lies the master key for realization of immortality. So immortality is not merely an imaginary ideal. Immortality is the core truth of Vedanta, which was there in all rishis of the Satyuga. But people, scholars, scientists, sadhak, yogis, gnani, tapasvi of Kali Yuga had no idea whatsoever of the treasure that was once acquired by Indian rishis in Satyuga. That is the darkness, the impact of ignorance. So a new hypothesis is to be well set prior to the conduct of this new experiment. And that is what the new experiment Mother conducted in her body as divine laboratory. So it is a hypothesis for all of us that our human body is not merely the evolutionary state of human species, but human body is a state where divinity is to be realized. Infinity is to be realized. The real God, the real divine, potentially, virtually, realistically, scientifically, presence of divinity is there in our human body as soul, is to be realized in its center as well as in its circumference. So, human soul is the center and human body is the circumference. But the equilibrium between human body and human soul, if it is disturbed, distorted, uncontrollable, disorderly, deviated from its regular movement and regular stability, regular status, that invites complications, disorders. Mother says in her volumes separately, disequilibrium. So it is the disequilibrium that results into complications, disorder, disease, and ultimately death. So mind of cells is the search for immortality to replace death. Cellular transformation is a process, but hypothesis behind it of mother is to establish immortality or a scope for supramental body into human body. The new pattern is to be evolved within the body. So this de facto reality within the body is the real divinity. And if divinity is activized, if divinity is projected, and if divinity is applied to the life stuff, to the microcosm of human matter, similar to the functioning of physics in terms of inert matter. Similarly, functioning of divinity, functioning of soul stuff, functioning of soul energy in terms of human matter is a real research of mother from 52 onwards. And Satprem, compiling all 13 volumes of agenda, ultimately was very aptly tempted by the powerful thought that why mother dictated down all her experiences as such to me, and what was the objective of mother. What mother was doing at that time while giving dictation as such, Satprem also in the initial stage couldn't understand scientifically. But after compiling all 13 volumes of agenda, Satprem was gracefully made to realize the mother's search for immortality and mother's search for the methodology for formulation of supramental body. So these are all concepts we have to just synthesized to understand the real hypothesis of this unique research. Nowhere in India or in Western world ever undertaken up till now by any of the scientists, physiologists, medical scientific, medical practitioner, medical scholars or research scholars in the field of biology, physiology. That is the de novo research. And clearly Satprem has written just a key note hypothesis of his mind of cells. A new biology and a new consciousness which will enable us. It is the search for new biology and new consciousness. Consciousness of soul was realized by all rishis, tirthankars, all devotees, dedicated master spiritualists of India up till now. But new consciousness, that it is the soul that can offer immortality to us. It is the soul that can offer longevity to our body. It is the soul that can make us Satayu and that can make us immortal on the earth. In our scriptures, Chiranjeevis are there. Hanumanji is Chiranjeevi, Vibhishan is Chiranjeevi, Ashwasthama is Chiranjeevi. They are immortal people with the same body, with the same framework. But that was boon granted to them. But it was the experiment successfully undertaken, conducted and experienced by our exceptional dignitaries and personalities of Satyug. They were all human bodies and still they are Chiranjeevis. They are eternal, they are immortal. So what was the reason? What was the cause of it? It was the divine boon given and granted to them is a matter of faith, is not a matter of science. But now time has come that what was the experience granted to them as a matter of science has to be recycled in such a way that we can find out the scientific truth behind it. It was not ex gratia vardhan to them, but it was the exceptional status of consciousness given and granted to them, and with the result they were all Chiranjeevis. We have not seen them moving in our society, participating in our social affairs, participating as our even gods before us. But as that was the fact proclaimed in our scriptures, we accepted all of them to be the truth and ultimate truth. But this is the research in the field of spirituality undertaken by the divine human body of Mother to demonstrate her own experiences for the rest of the humanity to implement, to imitate, to launch and to experience. This is new biology and new consciousness. A new biology and a new consciousness which will enable us to face the challenge of a species on its way to self-destruction, self-destruction is our ultimate experience, that is death. So how can we meet this challenge of self-destruction? There lies the master key. And that master key is the new biology. So after compiling all 6,000 pages of agenda, Satprem was so motivated by the mother to present the real gist of 6,000 pages of research, that what is the formula for mother's sadhana of formulation of supramental body within her body. On what ground, on what stuff, on what principles mother did it, that Satprem, taking selected quotations from the mother directly from agenda, compiled in such a way that we can have a new scientific formula to experience and to regenerate a new biology within our body. So the new accountability of the entire medical world now is to search out the truths of this new biology. Now, old anatomy will not come to their rescue up to end. New diseases will come, new viruses will come, new macros will come, new complications will arise. New biology is the only master solution to meet with all of them. So this is a challenge for the medical science, and I personally think that the mind of cell will be the Bible for next new anatomy, the science of new anatomy. We'll have to accept the reality of cells, we'll have to accept the scientific entity of cells, and we'll have to accept the presence of divinity as new light, presence of divinity as new eternity, presence of divinity as new consciousness in the human cells. Human cells is not merely an atom of flesh or a molecule of human matter. It is the connectivity. The existence of cell is a connectivity between psychic and the human stuff, psychic and the human portion, and there lies the master key to get the human body converted into divine body. His human portion we must grow divine. That is what in Savitri Sri Aurobindo writes. So our human portion and psychic, our soul, can be connected. We are ignorant, unaware, no experience as such. Connectivity is there, but that connectivity is not felt. We can feel the functioning of our mind. We can be imperatively under the influence of the functioning and over-functioning of our mind. But we don't get any impact of functioning of our soul in our human body. We are living till death, but still we have a second stress for a second, the functioning of our soul in our human body. What type of functioning going on of soul in our human body? So this is for the first time the biology, that is old anatomy, old medical science, old medical truths are to be revised are to be reoperated and are to be reanalyzed in such a way that we can find out the new pattern of body, new consciousness of body, new biology of our body, where lies the real functioning of our soul in our human body, and mind is there to register the conscious movements of our human soul in our body. That is what the theme of this mind of cells. Challenge of a species on its way to self-destruction. Such is the incredible discovery. Such is the incredible discovery of Sri Aurobindo and Mother in the cells of the body. This is the new discovery of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. But Sri Aurobindo dictated Savitri and Mother dictated agenda. So formula is common, formula is same. One in poetry, that is mantric, and another is in prose, that is in thesis. Agenda is a thesis of immortality, and Savitri is a mantra of immortality. So Savitri and agenda, they are the counterparts of each other, inseparable part. In prose we have to bank upon agenda, and in poetry we have to bank upon Savitri. But both lead us to the state of immortality. The beginning of realization of immortality can give us entry into the supramental world, which is beyond mind, which is not mental exercise. It is an exercise beyond mind. But mind is to be operated in de novo method, de novo system. Mind is to register the functioning and the movement of psychic in our body to its own circumference. So center and circumference are to be connected. That will be the new biology. Cell and the human framework, as Leonardo da Vinci did it, to project this truth geometrically. And Sri Aurobindo, in a mantric way, presented it in Savitri, that simple reading of Savitri, listening to Savitri, digesting Savitri, imbibing Savitri, we can change the internal framework of our body. That is mantra yagna. We can change our body. Of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother in the cells of the body, at a time when the earth is suffocating. Earth is suffocating. At present, earth is suffocating. Suffocating means struggling to remove death through medicine, through treatment, through research, through knowledge, through all different means of surgery. In East as well as in West, through all different therapies. Thousands of therapies are prevalent in the world to treat human body, to make it free from diseases and disorder or disequilibrium, largely speaking. But up till now could not be successful in toto. Half-hearted experiments have been conducted and still they are being conducted at present, but still having no concrete, well-assured, universal results. So now this is the formula where we can find out the result to avoid, to replace death, and to experience initially longevity and ultimately immortality. Salvation is physical, said Mother. Moksha is not there in Vaikuntha above the skies. Salvation is not spiritual. Salvation is physical. So where lies the immortality? Immortality does not lie only in psychic or in soul. Immortality lies in our human body, is the next challenge to the medical world to find out. Salvation is physical, said Mother, who at the age of 80 dared to knock at the last door in the body. She has knocked the last door in the body. There lies the entry for psychic to bring immortality to the body. Body doesn't feel immortality, psychic feels immortality. But now it is the accountability of the psychic to bring this experience to the human body, so body also can feel the immortality of psychic. So the connectivity between psychic and human body should be a permanent de novo reality to be experienced and to be witnessed by our mind. Mind is to witness that this is not my capacity, this is not my scholarship, this is not my avenue. It is the new avenue, new biology and new consciousness. Psychic put into action, and psychic put into action for immortality to be made a part and parcel of the new reality for human body, but is to be registered by the mind. That is the peak of the human prakriti. Purest part of human prakriti is mind. Subtle part of the human prakriti is mind, and subtle part of the human prakriti is pure and untinted. Doesn't matter. We have made it tinted, we have misused it like anything, and we are being also misused by it. It is reciprocal. So how to seize the misuse of mind and how to stop the mind to misuse our body and our being? They are the new challenges which are summarized here in Mind of the Cells. Who at the age of 80 dared to knock at the last door in the body, and who made the most extraordinary discovery since Darwin. Who made the most extraordinary discovery since Darwin. What is the real secret of evolution? Why we became human beings from apes and monkeys? How we grow into human being? So human being is not the final stage. Immortal being is final stage. Supramental being is final stage. Chiranjeevi of Satyug is the final state to be made available to the mass, not to the class. Vibhishan was human being, Hanuman was also human being, Ashwasthama was also human being, but still they are made Chiranjeevi. So we as human beings are also destined to be Chiranjeevi, but we have no formula. Formula is there, but we are thoroughly ignorant of it. And we still try to find out with utmost struggle with our mind, but mind is incompetent and incapable to find out the real solution. So Satprem compiled certain milestone-like sentences of the Mother and compiled all of them to prepare a last and final thesis for human scholars to practice. And this is the Bible of medical world. That this is new anatomy. You will have to, first of all, you will have to accept the idea of new anatomy. The existing anatomy is outdated anatomy. Existing knowledge of anatomy is outdated knowledge of anatomy. So existing knowledge of disease and disorders is also outdated. So those who are medical practitioners of tomorrow will have their first accountability to enter into the new avenue as hypothesis, as principle. First of all, you accept them as principle. Tomorrow you will have to practice it. While practicing your medical science in the practical field, you will have to focus your attention, energy and research-oriented mental eligibility, skill or knowledge to this section of human portion where you can find out the master key of the cellular immortality. And if you find out one cell of human body which is vibrating in a different way, in a different mode of life, there lies your experiment successful. That is the accountability of new doctors. That is the mind of cells. Mind of cells is the mind of light. Microcosm of the mind of light being transmitted by Sri Aurobindo to the mother. Mind of body we can feel. Mind of matter we can feel. Mind of human matter we can accept, experience, and it has been our utmost inevitable ultimate means of knowledge, ultimate means of understanding, ultimate means of happiness and maturity. But the cellular existence of our being lies in the cells. The cellular existence of our human being lies in the cells. So cell is our true microscopic world. Ya pinde sa brahmande. So pind is not merely a Brahman. Each and every cell is Brahman. That is the core thesis and discovery since Darwin. After Darwin, this is the master discovery of mother, and that Satprem tried to compile it in such a way that all the chapters, you can see even the index of the mind of cells, passport to where to enter. We are to enter into another country, not our own. Country of immortality is divine country, and we are to enter into this new country, but that new country is our microcosm. New country is our microscopic existence. New country is invisible country living within. We have not to go outside or not to travel in an outskirt avenues beyond. It is within us. So this is the passport. This is the license. This is the eligibility. If you have got this awareness, this is the eligibility. And new doctors, they have to accept this new awareness, possibility of new biology, possibility of new consciousness, and possibility of this new research. Mother did it, and mother got it successfully. Mother prepared her body, supramental body within her body. It means mother managed her own cells in a different way, not in an ordinary human way, leading to death. Mother experienced death as cocoon after getting the state of butterfly from the caterpillar. From the caterpillar, mother got the status of butterfly, and giving up its own cocoon. There is no birth, there is no death of caterpillar and no birth of butterfly. Still, cocoon is to be rejected. That is what in our Vedanta it is said, Jirnani vasansi yatha vihaya. If our garments are torn out, they are to be willfully rejected, put off. As we put on willfully, we put off also willfully. And that is the key, very powerfully here just elaborated. The new element, the other state, the next rain, the descent into the body. Whose descent into the body? Descent of psychic into the body. Psychic is there in the center, but it has to descend down to its own circumference. It means it has to expand. It has to expand and cover up willfully, which can be registered by our mind. The movement of psychic can be registered by our mind. If our mind can register the entire cosmos, so why mind cannot register the movement of the psychic going on within our body itself? And that is why Sri Aurobindo's yoga indicates the higher mind, illumined mind, intuitive mind and overmind. Competence of mind is also to be achieved along with this. Because mind is the registered entity for registration. So these all are the chapters, the way in which they are chronologically arranged here, the passage, supramental vibration between two states. Supramental vibration between two states. One state is the state of psychic and one state is the state of human biology. This is new biology. That human biology, human anatomy has to coexist with this psychic biology, with the psychic stuff, with the psychic entity, that is the mind of light. I think this is sufficient a dose now.